Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with my Pandos eyeshadows update. I'm so excited to share this update with you guys because I finally hit pan on two of the hardest eyeshadows that I was working on since 2 months, and I also have hit pan on two more, so I'm so excited. We have 4 pans this update. This project was started by Alexi. I will link her down below. So in here I just randomly choose 5 eyeshadows to hit pan on, and once I hit a pan I roll that eyeshadow out and then just roll something else in its place. All of that is random. That is, I think, the very fun part, because all the random eyeshadows that come up, they kind of make an unexpected color story. So yeah, I really like that random aspect of this project. Also, I have a few rules for this one. If I roll in anything similar to an eyeshadow in my Pandos palettes, I will re-roll because I just don't want to work on 2 similar eyeshadows, because that would impact progress on the other one. And I also have a rule: if I use an eyeshadow 20 times and I haven't hit pan, I can roll it out. But I haven't done that yet, and that's not what I want to do. My main goal is to hit pan on. That's just in place for, I don't know, maybe sometime. But yeah, I haven't used it as of now in this project. That's all for the introduction part. Let's look at our eyeshadows now. And before we do that, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Rafneet and I make a lot of panning videos. Now let's take a look at the very first eyeshadow. I would say let's take a look at first 3 eyeshadows because all of them come from my Hela palette. This is a palette from Oden's Eye in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. And the first eyeshadow we have been working on in here is called Venom. It's a very bright green shade, and so far I have used it 11 times in this project, and I don't have pan. Its tiny part crumbled from the top layer, and instead of repressing it back, I used it as a nail paint. So I wore the same nail paint I'm wearing today, and while it was still drying, I just dabbed my nails with that eyeshadow. It did 2 things. The first thing it did was it helped to push that eyeshadow down in the pan, and then it also transformed my nails. So I was wearing very bright green nails in one of my video. That's what I was wearing. But yeah, all of the other times I've used it as an eyeshadow. We are nowhere near pan. And the next eyeshadow is something we hit pan on, which is this second shade in here called Fluorescence. And I hit pan on after using it 6 more times. Last month I used it 5 times, and this month I managed to use it 6 times. Then I used it once more to kind of expand the pan a little, and I'm so excited that we have pan on this one. So it took me 24 uses to hit pan on this one, and I started using a very dense sort of pointy brush that helped me hit pan on that. But yeah, on Venom I'm trying to focus on this area now. But yeah, I'm super excited that we have pan on this one. Woohoo! And the last eyeshadow from this palette is called Suit. Last month I used it 7 times, and this month I used it 7 more, and I have pan on that. Woohoo! So I hit pan on that eyeshadow after 14 uses in this project, but in total I had to use it 29 times to hit the pan. But all of those prior uses were from other projects. In this project I used it 14 times to get the pan, and this is how it's looking like. It's very tiny, and this is also the pan that I hit just today. But nonetheless, we have 2 eyeshadows in here with pan, and we're working on 1 more eyeshadow, and then we'll be done with it. Only if we don't roll anything else from this palette, because these eyeshadows are kind of hard to hit pan on. I had some prior uses on all of these eyeshadows that maybe helped me to hit the pan faster, but yeah, otherwise these are really hard to hit pan on. And these are all those 3 eyeshadows looking like. And the 4th one is called Jade, and it comes from my Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. It doesn't look like a lot in here, but oh my god, is this beautiful. It is so sparkly on the eyes. It just transforms any look, and it gives a really nice minty sort of shimmery effect, which I love. And I only had to use this eyeshadow 2 times to hit the pan. This eyeshadow is very malleable. It moves a lot in the pan, and that's the reason I hit pan on this one in just 2 uses. But I also had prior uses on this one, and then I used it once more to kind of expand the pan, and in total I hit pan on this one in 14 uses. So yeah, 2 plus 1 uses in this project. 11 uses are the older uses, but this is how it's looking like. It has caught me by surprise. I really love this shade. I love this palette in general. It's so pretty. But we have pan. And the next shade is something I have pan again. And that comes from my Star Wars Mandalorian The Child palette from ColourPop. And we rolled in this shade called Float Your Crib. This is what it looked like. This is again the shade that already have a lot of uses for me. And I hit pan on this one after using it 5 times in this project. And I have a total of 23 uses on this eyeshadow. I have so many pans on this palette now. It's looking so well loved. This is missing because I keep it in my magnetic palette because I'm using it in my Partners in Cream project pan, but that one has pan as well. So yeah, more than half of this palette has pan, which is really exciting to me because I do love this palette a lot. I like greens. These are very vibrant though. I don't feel like they're really work appropriate. I mean, I sometimes wear them, but these are like more comfortable greens for me to wear. I just like some muddy sort of shades in general. I like grungy looks. Out of these 5 eyeshadows, we are rolling out these 4, and we are only working on the first shade in here called Venom, which I'm hoping that we will hit pan by next update because I can feel the dip happening. And now let's take a look at some of the eye looks I did using these eyeshadows. And talking about pan percentage, I used up 2 eyeshadows, which kind of brought down the total number of eyeshadows in my collection to 218. And out of 218 eyeshadows, I have pan on 81 out of them. I think my pan percentage is around 37.16%. I want to hit more pans, but what I want to do more than hitting pans is finishing eyeshadows that I already have a lot of progress on. So once I start finishing more eyeshadows, I think my pan percentage is going to decrease because once I finish an eyeshadow, I just take it out from my eyeshadow inventory, and that's the reason the total number of eyeshadow comes down. That is going to impact the panning percentage, of course. So this is not something I'm really fussing about. This is not my focus. My main focus is to finish more eyeshadows, which I'm trying to finish in my those palettes. I recently posted a video in which I shared a few more eyeshadows I want to finish this year, but they're not necessarily in my those palettes. If you haven't checked that video already, I'll link it down below. But it's time to roll in 4 new eyeshadows, which I'm really excited and nervous about. So let's roll in 4 eyeshadows. So I have a total of 137 eligible eyeshadows to roll 4 eyeshadows from, but I will only be rolling in from 1 to 120 because the remaining eyeshadows belong to my Morphe 35O Supernatural Glow palette, and that has a lot of neutral mattes that kind of overlap with what I have in my Pandos palettes, and that's the reason I don't want to roll in any of the neutral matte eyeshadows, but I don't mind shimmers. So let's get the very first number, 4. Okay, let's see what that one is. Oh my god, I don't know if I'm ready to hit pan on that one yet. It's actually my newest single from Mars. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll. Sorry. Okay, 35. Okay, oh my god, it's from Norvina. That palette has made its entry again. Okay, sure. Last year, Norvina palette was making its appearance, I think, in 4 or 5 consecutive months, which is crazy. Okay, let's roll in another one. 43. Oh, okay. That's from my Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. Okay, interesting. It's called Jaguar, but I don't remember what shade that is. But we'll see. Oh, sorry. I just... Okay. 55 is our next number. Okay, so it's from Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette, which we have here already. And the shade is called Hexed. I do want to work on the mattes in this palette. This is the shade called Hexed. But it's very similar to the eyeshadows that I'm already trying to finish. Yeah, it's very similar to the eyeshadow in my Bronze This Way palette. I think I'm going to use them in the same way. So I'm going to re-roll again. 64. Oh, 64. Okay. I'm confused. It's a pastel purple from my Glam 9 pan palette. I was working on that eyeshadow last year in Pan Those Eyeshadows, I guess in the final round. I did not hit pan on that, but I have some dip going on that eyeshadow already. But I'm kind of thinking if it would be too similar to Soul, or I might use it to blend Soul from Norvina palette. I think I'm gonna keep it. Yeah. Let's do it. We have 1, 2, 3 eyeshadows. Let's roll in the last one. 112. Okay. Oh, that's going to be from my Morphe 35 Supernatural Glow palette, because all of the eyeshadows in my other palettes all sum up to 109. I mean eyeshadows without pan, and then from 110 onwards it's my Morphe palette. So I'm gonna bring that in here, and then we are going to go over those eyeshadows. We'll see which one that would be. All right, I am back and I am really excited and kind of confused, not confused, but surprised by all the eyeshadows we rolled in. Not all of them, but 3 of them, because we haven't gone through the Morphe palette, which we're gonna do together. Okay, so this is the very first eyeshadow that is rolling over from our previous updates from this palette, and this is the shade called Venom. This is what it's looking like. I'm just gonna move my hand a little bit more forward. So yeah, that's our first eyeshadow. And next one is from this palette. It's Infamous Norvina palette, and we rolled in the shade called Soul. This is what Soul looks like. Honestly, I have not used this eyeshadow a lot. I only have 6 prior uses on this eyeshadow. I don't know, for some reason I thought I have used it more. But yeah, this is very powdery. I think I should be fine. And it's very pretty too. These 2 eyeshadows together, oh my god, they look so good. Aren't they? I just can't stop staring at them. I don't know, it's so pretty. And next eyeshadow comes from this palette from My Glam. It's a 9 pan palette, and the shade we rolled in is this one. This was in my Pan Those Eyeshadows last year. We didn't hit pan, but we have a nice dip going on this one. These eyeshadows don't have name, but I used it 10 times in total so far. Let's swatch that one. I'm really excited to see how it looks next to Soul. Oh, yeah, I think they are going to pair really well together. Oh my god, I'm so excited and even more surprised by the next eyeshadow, woohoo, which is also purple from Jungle Lights palette. We rolled in this shade called Jaguar, which is this dark purple. I think it shattered last year and then I repressed it, but it's very dark based, sort of sparkly purple. Let's see. Oh my god. It's the month of purples, but this is so nice. I don't think I have gotten any sort of color story like this in this project ever, and I'm not complaining. I'm so excited to play with this one because I really like wearing purple on my eyes. I think purple brings the brown in my eyes so beautifully. Yeah, I really like purple, but hopefully I don't get too tired of wearing purple. But we have green to play around with, and we have 7 prior uses on this shade called Jaguar. It is not as sparkly and impactful as the other eyeshadows in Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. Now let's move on to our last eyeshadow. I'm so excited to see what that would be because that comes from my 35O Supernatural Glow palette. This was a gift by my friend. She's not into makeup. She doesn't know any sort of Morphe related drama. Usually I avoid buying anything from Morphe, but this is what I have, so I'm gonna use it. And she also gifted me with so much love, and the number we got for this one was 112. So eyeshadows in here start from 110. I think this is better. So yeah, I will be skipping over any eyeshadows that have pan on them or is a matte eyeshadow, and then we'll see what 112 is. All right, let's begin counting. The first one is 110 and 11 because that's a shimmer eyeshadow. We're skipping over this one. Next 3 are all mattes. Okay, 10, 11. Oh, okay, that's our 112 eyeshadow. Let's take a closer look. It is not used at all. I'm not even sure if I ever swatched it, so let's see what it looks like. Okay, that's a plain, simple, what do we call it? Light gold? Is it light gold? Or it's a beige shimmer? I'm not sure, but I think it works perfectly with this color story because I can use it to lighten this eyeshadow if I decide to wear it on my lid. And oh my god, I just can't wait to get some really nice matte looks with these eyeshadows. That's so interesting. I'm so happy. Woo, that is such a switch. We were working on some grungier and bright tones. We had a purple, but now we are into more vibrant purples. I'm so excited. So this was our color story, and this is our new color story, which I'm really excited about. And that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching my video, wherever you are. I will see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.